The description below provides sources for the content of this video. Adolf Hitler is a name synonymous with atrocities and malevolence due to his orchestration of the Holocaust and World War II. Yet, delving into the intricacies of history, we stumble upon a perplexing aspect of his rule, a seemingly empathetic stance towards animals. It appears contradictory, yet the dictator's regime implemented some of the most progressive animal rights laws of the time, revealing the complexities of human nature. Adolf Hitler, the dictator who steered the world into chaos, intriguingly adopted a vegetarian diet during the latter years of his life. Historical accounts suggest a transition around 1938, orchestrated by his doctors, and by 1942, he openly identified as a vegetarian. However, deciphering the sincerity behind this lifestyle is challenging, as conflicting reports exist. While some maintain that Hitler abstained from meat, citing testimonials from his acquaintances, others contest this claim, referencing his alleged consumption of dishes like liver dumplings, ham, and caviar. Nevertheless, the widespread consensus among historians is that Hitler was, despite eating meat occasionally, a vegetarian for the most part. Personal anecdotes provide a glimpse into Hitler's perplexing relationship with animals. Albert Speer, in his memoirs, noted Hitler's attempts to dissuade colleagues from eating meat using vivid descriptions of animal suffering. In the BBC series The Nazis, A Warning from History, an eyewitness account tells of Hitler exhibiting a visible emotional response to animal cruelty depicted in movies, covering his eyes and turning away until reassured the scene had ended. Amidst the backdrop of Hitler's personal dietary choices, Nazi Germany introduced progressive animal rights legislation. In fact, the current animal welfare laws in Germany were initially introduced by the Nazis. The Animal Protection Act of 1933 was a significant stride, outlawing inhumane practices such as force-feeding fowl and mistreatment of animals in zoos and circuses. The law also included regulations related to animal experimentation, requiring researchers to use alternatives to animals whenever possible. Furthermore, the Lobster and Crab Dispatching Law of 1936 was a unique piece of legislation mandating the humane killing of crustaceans, highlighting the government's commitment to animal welfare. In examining the legislation more closely, one cannot overlook the potential ulterior motives behind such policies. Notably, a law enacted in 1933 restricted kosher slaughter, ostensibly for animal welfare reasons, but it could be interpreted as a targeted measure against the Jewish population. Additionally, was all of this done out of a genuine concern for the voiceless beings, or was it a calculated move, a manipulation to portray a certain image and advance their social agenda? Some speculate that Hitler perceived these stances on animal rights as markers of moral superiority and discipline, aligning with his quest for an idealized Aryan race. The enactment of these laws projected an image of moral superiority, aligning with Nazi propaganda. It showcased a regime seemingly in tune with environmentalism and species protection, furthering a narrative of civilization and progress, starkly contrasting with the concurrent human atrocities. Despite the progressive animal rights laws, contradictions marred Nazi Germany's stance on animal welfare. The regime ultimately allowed, and in some instances, outright mandated animal testing before human experimentation. And contrary to popular belief, the Nazis did not pass an anti-vivisection bill. In unraveling the complexities of historical figures like Adolf Hitler, we are reminded that humans are not simplistic entities easily classified into categories of good or evil. Even individuals responsible for the most atrocious acts in human history can exhibit paradoxical behaviors and seemingly positive attributes. The dichotomy between Hitler's promotion of animal rights and his orchestration of immense human suffering underscores the unsettling truth that he was, undeniably, human. This acknowledgement is not an attempt to humanize his actions, but rather a confrontation with the reality that seemingly normal humans are capable of perpetrating deeds of unspeakable nefariousness. Acknowledging these contradictions should never serve to diminish or distract from the magnitude of his crimes against humanity. The exploration of such incongruities should instead deepen our understanding of the multifaceted nature of human behavior, reminding us of the importance of vigilance and reflection in confronting and preventing the recurrence of such atrocities.